The Black Beach is based upon American Beach, which is near Fernandina and Amelia Island, which was founded by Abraham Lincoln Lewis in 1935 as being one of the first black beaches in America where African Americans could publicly go to a beach, back when beaches were traditionally segregated in the Southeast. It was in the location of where the traditional slave ships would drive through to bring slaves and deliver to the plantations nearby. So for somebody to kind of come from that heritage and to be able to buy that land back and to create an area and a resort for African Americans to enjoy themselves was quite an accomplishment that we try to live on through that legacy to this day.
So people like to talk about segregation like it was ancient history, but this is very recent history. When I was getting my oil changed a little while ago, I was talking to a few older black men who are from Jacksonville. They kind of knocked me aback because then we started talking about all the places where black people weren't allowed to be in Jacksonville through the 60s and the 70s and even going into the early 80s. So they were talking about these neighborhoods like Riverside, like Ortega and Avondale, yes, where black people, you really had no business being in those places unless you were there to do work.
I mean, to go back to Jacksonville Beach, you weren't allowed, blacks weren't allowed to be there unless you were working and you had a permit and you had to be gone off the beach by a certain time period. I mean, we're talking entertainers who would come in and perform. We're talking Duke Ellington, we're talking James Brown. Famous people everybody knows, world-renowned artists who couldn't even stay in Jacksonville Beach because they were black and they had to drive back to La Villa in Jacksonville, or they would drive to American Beach because it was closer. And then they would play at the clubs in American Beach. So that's what we're talking about as far as how important of a place this is that was created specifically for that reason. The African Americans felt welcome and felt safe in a place of leisure.
Being a part of this show is important because obviously I feel that we're highlighting an area that a lot of people that live in the First Coast don't know about or don't really know the significance of. So it's always pretty cool to bring light to a place of so much history. And it's just cool to be doing the show with these guys. You know, Malcolm's my friend, I've always worked with him, and then Dustin being one of my former professors. Just kind of cool to see everything come full circle together.
This show feels a little different. Something about this that just feels a little more important. And it's a space, it's a very important place, and it needs attention. And I feel as artists, this is a perfect opportunity to show what art can do.
Yeah, exactly.
As far as raising awareness.
I'm honored I'm able to be one of the first to be able to talk about this and bring it in such a way that everybody should be able to understand and comprehend what's going on. Yeah, it's just something magical about it, and it's just hard to explain that particular energy, but that's the energy that kind of inspired me to create a personal project that ended up becoming this show between the three of us. So I'm very blessed to be able to do that, and very blessed and humbled, of course, to work along these guys.
So what is our role? But as artists, the question is, what can we do? And I think that is, we're showing our power with this show. But then where it goes from here, I don't know. But I hope that this is picked up and this continues.
I definitely agree. Like I said, just highlighting a special place that not a lot of people know about. So hopefully this sparks some interest into this area, and people go and do their own exploration and research and make their own memories and have their own experiences with this place.